So if you're a real estate investor, you're looking to get your website higher so you can get more motivated sellers, this is a good, quick video to watch that's going to help you get a great idea of what SEO actually is. There's a lot of videos out there, and it's really hard to actually understand how to actually get a website to the top. I'm going to show you within 10 to 15 minutes exactly how to do so. Obviously, if you want to check the description, I'll link to a bunch of a lot longer videos and more in-detail videos of exactly how to get your website ranked start to finish. So I have plenty of videos that I'll link in the description down there if you want to check them out. Now, obviously, here's my website for Sell My House Fast Sioux Falls in our local area. Obviously, we rank #1, and for also a lot of different keywords. Now, basically, what does it take to actually get there? What is the fundamentals of actually getting there? And honestly, SEO, it's very simple, but it's definitely not easy. It's very simple to just understand how to get up there. It's definitely not easy to do so. Obviously, you have to execute correctly, so it's easier said than done. But I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. For example, today I'm going to use Sell My House Fast Indianapolis. It's a pretty decently competitive area, and so I thought it would be a good example of showing exactly what I would do if I was trying to get a website ranked in Indianapolis. So basically, all you need to do, and we need to understand one thing about Google in general. Pretty much the only thing their job and why they make money is because they provide the most relevant and credible results whenever you look something up. So that's really all we're trying to do in a nutshell, is get our website relevant and credible at the same time. Now, how do we do that? First thing you need to do is you need to look at all the top people that are ranking consistently for multiple keywords in your local area and get your on page to look very similar to theirs. Now, like I said, I'll have a video linked linked in the description that's going to be titled Competition Analysis. Go ahead and watch this video to learn exactly how to analyze your competitors correctly. That way, once you analyze your competitors, you're going to build a blueprint. And that blueprint is going to show you exactly what you need to have on your page. It's going to go down to how many words you need to have on your page, how many headers you need to have on your page, basically what you need your on-page to look like, because at the end of the day, SEO is around 90% on-page. 90% of SEO is just what's on your page, right? The rest of the 10% is credibility and other stuff that we'll get to here in the video. But if you can get your page as close as you possibly can to the top 3 people that are actually ranking consistently very well, even if you have no backlinks and no credibility, you're at least going to be on page 2 or 3. You can at least put that guarantee out there, depending obviously on the competitiveness of the area. But that's basically SEO. So you need to make sure that your on-page is dialed in. Everything's looking good. And I have also a video that I linked down in the description, the on-page SEO checklist, literally an entire checklist that I use for myself as well as my clients all across the country to go through exactly the step-by-step things. That way there's nothing to be forgotten about. So go ahead and watch that video to make sure once you are creating your website, you have everything in there properly. Now, that's all we need to do. You need to analyze your competitors and execute your website to make it look similar to all of your competitors. Watch the competition analysis video and the on-page checklist video. It'll make a lot more sense. So that's 90% of it right there. What's the extra 10%? And that's credibility. Obviously, now we have the relevancy part. Now we need credibility. And that's really what's going to get you to the #1 spot. You can be very relevant and rank okay, but at the end of the day with SEO, if you're not first, you're last, right? Obviously, we've all seen that movie, but it's true with SEO in the real estate investor space. If you are not first, you're last. The likelihood of you getting a lead, if you rank #5 even, is very low, very low. And so you need to consistently rank as high as you possibly can for as many keywords as we can, right? That's the game. Because as we know, motivated sellers aren't always going to look up sell my house fast. They're not going to always look up, cash home buyers. They're going to look up random keywords. I always say this story, but a couple weeks ago, I had a motivated seller come through my website that we got under contract, and he put in the search term realtors who buy houses. Nobody's trying to rank for that. No, at least not very many people. And so you almost have a coin toss of trying to rank for that. But if you set up your on page, just like all of your other competitors, it's going to help you quite a bit. So make sure you have that in. Now, okay, so, easier said than done, right? Obviously, create your content exactly like your competitors, or at least have a blueprint there, and make sure it fits within the guidelines. You're fitting like sardines, right? You want to fit within the pack. You don't want to be too much or too little. Okay, so now that's 90% of it. What's the extra 10%? credibility. And this is what basically backlinks are. Now, for example, if I was to look up the New York Times, and I'm actually going to go ahead and use this as an example, this is the person that ranks number 2. I thought this would be a pretty good example for this. Ben buys indie houses. Don't know who these people are, but as far as that goes, I'm just going to analyze their profile here completely unbiasedly. So go in here. This is going to show you backlinks. I'm using a software called SEMrush. This is a paid service. I pay like $130 a month for this. You don't necessarily need this. But with that being said, it definitely can help you out to see exactly what type of links they have, right? Now, as you can see here, with all this, what is this, right? Basically what this is, and I'm going to find a good example of what a good backlink is. Let's see here. What is this? So here's a great example, right? This is an article that's written about Ben buys indie houses, I believe, right? And basically what it's going to do is it's going to link to Ben buys indie houses website, right? So obviously, as you can see here, it also says the anchor text is this company, and it goes to that specific URL. And so, as you can see here, somebody wrote an article about Ben buys houses, Ben buys indie houses. And it's all relevant about exactly how this is, how to buy real estate in India. Obviously not very relevant, but I mean, it's not my profile, so it is what it is. But you go and click on here, it's going to go to his website, right? And this is what a backlink is. All it is it's an article that's written about whatever niche you're in. Obviously, in our case, I only do real estate investors for myself because I'm in the business as well as other clients. And so it's always going to be an article about real estate, something related, linking to the website. What does this do? Well, in Google's eyes, obviously, it shows a score, a page authority score, as you can see here. It says of a 19. A 19 is pretty good. Obviously, New York Times, YouTube, all these big ones are going to be 100 out of 100. It's very, very, very rare. Like, obviously, the highest link he has is a 54, and that's honestly very, very impressive, right? And so it's one of those things where what you want to do is you want to get the most quality backlinks you can to write an article about you and link to your website. Because what that does is Google now, if they are like, okay, this whatever URL this is, okay, we find these people credible, and they just linked to your website and wrote an article about you. Now that gives you brownie points. Google sees that as okay, if we like this person already and they just link to you, now they're associating themselves with you, you must be also pretty cool. It's like a social game. It's really weird, but that's the game. Okay, so how do you do this? How do you go about this? Now, basically, the ideal world is you want to go in and you want to look through all these backlinks and be like, okay, how can I get these myself, right? You want to go through this profile using SEMrush and find exactly the ones that they have and try to get as many of these as you can, right? Obviously, like make a MySpace account. Perfect. We can do that, right? Try to reach out. So wishtv.com. It looks like this must be some lifestyle blog, right? And all you would need to do is you need to simply go to this website here, and I might even be able to find this. And this is me just doing this live. I haven't even actually looked into this. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff in here like you can reach out to these people and you can contact them and say, hey, I saw you wrote an article about real estate related. I'd love to be published on your blog. You're basically just pitching yourself, and that's really what it is. If you can go in here into your competitor's backlink profile and find actual blog posts, like actual articles like this, like the one we just looked at, if you can try and reach out to them and get them yourself, that is what's going to rank you very, very high. Obviously, you want to choose the ones that you actually can receive and actually have a chance at getting, right? And so that's really the game. I mean, that's the simplest way to put it. Obviously, if you also want another route of besides, on top of trying to do backlink gap analysis, which is what I just showed you, is looking at your competitors' backlinks and trying to get the same ones. But also, if the Wi-Fi would actually load here, we can use helpareporter.com. Basically what this is they shoot out emails, and there's reporters who are looking for experts in an industry. And basically they're going to inquire about, maybe, okay, why are the mortgage rates this high? Why are this, that, whatever? Why, what's the best option when looking to sell your house, whatever, right? There's reporters always trying to write articles on their websites, and this is a great source to inquire and reach out, and basically you'll respond to their email, and you'll give your opinion on it with the chance of them including you with, in favor, linking to your website, right? And these are the most credible ones, right? I would honestly do helpreporterout.com, or Harrow is what we call it. So you'll just stick your email address in here, and you'll go ahead and do that. Very, very simple. And they'll simply start emailing you immediately. You'll get 3 inquiries a day, right? And it's all categories. Obviously, you want to make sure you do something in the real estate and business category. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you sign up for this. You do Harrow, and you also do backlink gap analysis. Go in your competitors, see what links you can get, like sitelike.org. You can go ahead and try to make a profile for this or something, right? Go through all of their links and all of your other competitors you're trying to beat as well and get the same links. That's it. Make sure your on page is dialed in. Like I said, I'll have the videos linked below. That's 90% of it. Now the rest of the 10% of it, let's get credible backlinks. That's it. It's really not that hard. It's very simple. Definitely not easy though, right? Because sometimes there might be a backlink that doesn't accept you or whatever the case may be. But obviously, if you do this consistently, if you stay consistent with Harrow and you stay consistent with trying to get as many links that your competitors have that you can actually earn yourself, this is literally going to get you ranked. Nothing else. You don't need to think about anything else. This is it. You don't need to watch all these crazy YouTube videos. You don't need to be upsold on all these crazy, flashy ways of getting listed on Google or getting this AI backlink thing. No, this is it. This is literally it. This is what I do for my clients and myself. So with that being said, if you want me to do your SEO, Google Business Profile, PPC campaigns as well, I do it just for real estate investors, marketingformotivatedSellers.com. It'll be the link in the description if you want to check that out. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It'd help me out a lot. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll answer them back as soon as I can, but I definitely appreciate you watching.